Hello and welcome again to, I think this is our fifth installment of the interviews we've been doing with our online platform, the GPS classes, and our community jobs life skills. Today with me, I have John Manning from Manufacturing Academy in AJAC, and I'm going to give him just a couple minutes to introduce himself, what you do for AJAC, and then what AJAC Manufacturing Academy does for the community as well. Okay, take it away, John.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to finally be face-to-face with you, Mitchell. We really appreciate this opportunity. We're excited. AJAC is a wonderful, wonderful organization that I've been with for about a year. AJAC has been around since 2008. The state of Washington and aerospace and advanced manufacturing companies came together prior to that and decided that there was a need to invest in the future of manufacturing, aerospace and advanced. Not only the industry, but the individuals that comprise the industry, the employees. Lots of different things were going on in society, recession, the graying of the employees, things like that. So they said, we need to skill up and certify our employees. Thus was born AJAC. So AJAC receives bipartisan support from union and non-union work sites. And we basically support small to mid-size companies. What we do is we facilitate and provide apprenticeship to people in the aerospace and advanced manufacturing field. We also provide pre-apprenticeship and youth apprenticeship. Let me touch on youth apprenticeship real quick. Youth apprenticeship is for juniors and seniors in high school where they earn and learn while in high school. They get 2,000 hours of supplemental or high school instruction and workplace instruction, and they can earn up to about $28,000 during that 2-year period. They come out of the program with one of 2 apprenticeships, and that sets them on the path to good paying living wage careers. They're welcome to enter into other apprenticeships as well. Then we have the Manufacturing Academy. I'm the program manager for that. And that's a program where we do pre-apprenticeship and we skill people up over a 10-week period. I'm going to come back to that. I want to touch upon apprenticeship. Apprenticeship is anywhere from a 2-year to a 5-year program where you get on-the-job training, you work with an employer full-time, and you receive what's called related supplemental instruction, where you're in the classroom 1 evening per week for about 4 hours. And your apprenticeship would be 3 quarters a year, basically fall, winter, and spring, 1 night a week for 4 hours, where you're receiving related supplemental instruction in things like math, tolerancing, what are some of the basic engineering drawings, quality assurance, and subjects like that. To get into the apprenticeship, you need to be employed with one of about 300 businesses in the state of Washington: advanced manufacturing, aerospace manufacturing, space, defense, food production, all these industries. You need to be employed with one of about 300, and you need to be a really good employee. You need to go. They need to have a program that's involved with AJAC and apprenticeship. You get into the apprenticeship program, taking 1 class per quarter, and go to one of about 12 or 15 or up to 15 technical and community colleges spread throughout the state where you would attend class at night. So it's a pretty good program. Takes 2 to 5 years depending on the track you're on. Let's go back to Manufacturing Academy, the program I'm in charge of. It's a wonderful program. This quarter, we're able to do it online. Previous quarters, we have face-to-face instruction. Moving into the summer, we will be doing online again. And the pre-apprenticeship program, the Manufacturing Academy, is a Monday through Friday program, daytime hours, 8 to noon. And what you learn in this class sets you on the path to a successful career in advanced manufacturing and apprenticeship. You learn shop math, blueprint reading, precision measuring. You get OSHA certified, CPR certified, lean manufacturing certified. A lot of people get a little nervous when they hear about precision measuring and math. Well, we have some wonderful instructors who teach at a student-paced instruction, meaning that at the level of the class is where they start. We start with subtraction, addition, multiplication, division. We get everyone learned up on that, for lack of a better term. And then we start moving into higher levels of math, your algebra, your geometry, eventually trigonometry. People should not be skittish when hearing those terms, because our instructor goes out of the way to not only provide clear instruction, but he works, or I should say, they work with students one-on-one during the class and are available after the class to make sure everyone's comfortable. So after about 10 weeks of learning, test, quizzes, you then graduate from the Manufacturing Academy. During that time, we also helped you refine your resume, refine your job interviewing skills. We assisted you in getting ready to do a self-directed career search. Our employers are always hiring, always interested in new employees and getting people who have been involved in the Manufacturing Academy interviewed and on board. If you've been a good student, if you have great attendance, if you communicate well, if you've shown the penchant for learning, these are things that are really important. All employers want people who are punctual and have good attendance. That are the number 1 and 2 things they're looking for. Our employers are the people who designed our curriculum, who designed our learning standards. They know by being a graduate of the Manufacturing Academy, you're coming to them with the skills, as I mentioned, in precision measuring, shop math, blueprint reading, OSHA certified, all those basics. They're ready for you to start earning and learning, because they're going to bring you on board and they want to continue to teach you. They want you to grow. You might start as a deburrer or a entry-level machine operator. They want to invest in you. They want a long-term permanent employee. So it's a fantastic relationship we have with the community, with the state government, with the industry throughout the state. There's one more thing I forgot to mention. We have fantastic partners that we partner with. Someone might face some barriers to being involved in the class. Transportation. We work with social service agencies that will get you bus passes or gas vouchers. When we're doing online classes exclusively, we work with great social service providers. They're going to allow you to borrow a Chromebook for the quarter. They're going to help you get faster internet service so you can telecommute. They're going to help you figure out how to budget, how to, if you're having trouble with your rent because you're unemployed, they are able to provide you guidance when it comes to financial resources, housing subsidies, things like that. So we have a lot of great nonprofits that we partner with. We also work with the local community colleges to offer college credits. I forgot to mention that both the apprenticeship program and the pre-apprenticeship program, you are earning college credits.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I appreciate you letting me explain about the awesome organization I work with.
Yeah, no, and I think you gave a lot of really good, I wanted to say like bite-worthy kind of information, just like good pitches to be able to like kind of draw people in, because I feel like I wish I would have known about your program before. You know, Career Path Services does a lot of job searching, job readiness
Mhm.
kinds of things as well. And I hear so often people say like, I want to get into a good family supporting wage. I want the kind of job that's going to not just be a dead end kind of a job.
Mhm.
And I know that's what we were talking about over the phone a little while ago too, is you have all of this help through Manufacturing Academy and AJAC along the way. But the goal at the end of the day is to get into a career, a position where where there's no ceiling really,
Yeah.
right? And like you start off at a lot of these, the wages that a lot of these other jobs are offering, maybe right now too, and higher, but the way to progress is so much easier. Like you can get into a job where you're making $90,000 a year, right?
Right. Right.
And I think
You do
that's
start out at a typical entry level wage of 16, 17, 18, $19 an hour. But once you get into apprenticeship, you are guaranteed pay raises every 6 months. You are able to, in 2 years, be making $24 an hour. In 10 years, $35 an hour. I mean, that comes out to $70,000 a year. You know, in 20 years, you're at $90,000 a year, probably more. I'm projecting 20 years down the road, but
yeah,
it is guaranteed pay raises in apprenticeship every 6 months. You then receive a master level journeyman certificate that allows you to go anywhere in the country. We have a lot of people who are veterans who have been in the program. And so it really is investing in yourself to earn and learn. It's a
that's
great
awesome.
springboard.
Yeah, and I think that was the thing that came to mind for me too when thinking about this, is that programs like this are an investment in yourself. A lot of times, like I hear from people all the time, like I want to get into a job as soon as possible, and I want to start making money and all of this stuff. And I think like you can do that a lot of different places possibly, right? But taking the time and stop and think about your future and invest in your current self and your future self too. Awesome opportunity to be able to do that. I told you over the phone I wasn't I'm not considering a career change, but I mean, $90,000 a year, come on, right? So
Yeah. Think about all the people who are in youth apprenticeship, who are now set up for success to move into their careers that aren't taking out student loans now.
mhm,
Think about all the people who come from pre-manufacturing who have set themselves up to be involved in a burgeoning field. There's over 300,000 um, employees in the state of Washington and advanced in aerospace manufacturing. This is the largest manufacturing and advanced manufacturing area in the United States. Um, these people are in high demand. There are jobs out there for folks, and they can get into careers where they are going to make a half million dollar $500,000 more per year than their people who aren't involved in apprenticeship. You know.
yeah. And I really liked too that you touched on the youth apprenticeship as well, just because I wrote it down to make sure and talk about it. Everyone that's going to be seeing this video, at least on our end right now, are parents. And
Mhm.
maybe you see this and you think, well, manufacturing isn't maybe right for me. Like I want to get into another field. Be thinking about your kids too. Like if you've got a kid in high school, juniors and seniors in high school, this is an amazing program to be thinking of, not only yourself but other people too, like kids, that kind of stuff. So I really appreciate you taking the time to talk about your program. It means the world, because we might hopefully get some people thinking about a real like kind of a career and investment in themselves just by watching this video. So I appreciate that for sure.
Oh, my pleasure. Our website, if you type AJAC into Google, our website is the first hit. I'll give you, we're the Aerospace Joint Apprenticeship Committee, but our website is very thorough. And you can click on the Youth Apprenticeship tab, and learn about all the different school and school districts that we work with. You can
Awesome.
click on the pre-apprenticeship tab and learn about our program, or email me, jmanning@ajactraining.org. Of course, the website is filled with apprenticeship information, and you can do a lot of research and reach out to us, and we will help you learn more.
Awesome. Well, if you don't mind, then I think what I'm going to do is with this video, I'm going to post it into the classroom, and everyone will be able to see. I'll just do this, like down here will be the video, will be the link to your guys' website that you just
Oh
mentioned.
yeah,
And if it's okay with you, I'll put your email address in the post as well. Is that
that's
okay?
fantastic.
Awesome.
That's
I'll do
fantastic.
that.
Thank
Just
you
that way
so
it's
much.
a quick and easy connection to you directly if anybody's interested. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so moving on, our topic for the week is getting organized, and I had sent you a few questions and things to answer, and I didn't touch on this at first. I don't think. Did I ask you what your one positive thing was?
Oh,
I
um,
totally forgot.
yeah, yeah. So I got to be honest, it's so hard to narrow it down to just one, but just I'm not, I don't mean to sound hokey, but it's really the opportunity to be involved with this organization where we are open to everyone to help them enter into living wage careers. When
Awesome.
you get to do that on a daily basis, you know you've followed the right path.
So cool. Good to
Yeah,
hear.
yeah.
Okay, so our topic for the week, all the questions that I'm going to be asking you here, along with the one positive thing, are things that everyone's going to be asked to do in our classroom as well. Okay. So one of the questions
Okay.
that we have is, if getting organized is my goal, what systems could I put in place to help me accomplish my goal?
Um, how I get organized and the systems I use is that I'm planful, I anticipate, I document. How I document, how I anticipate, and how I'm planful is with a calendar, a home calendar and a work calendar. Um, in my life, it's easy to keep them separate. I know doctor's appointments are after 5 o'clock or on the weekends because my job is 8 to 5. I know that's when I get my car work done. And I know that's when I go out to dinners or see friends, or uh, in a month or two, eat wings and watch sports with a buddy. I put those things on the calendar.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah.
At work, where I'm being paid to be organized, successful, carry out things, accomplish things, get things done without being micromanaged. I use my calendar and have it filled in half-hour increments where from 8 to 5, I use an Outlook calendar, Monday through Friday. I talk about what I will be doing. I plan my meetings, I plan my conversations, and there are gaps in the calendar. I will show that I have a meeting on Monday at 9, at 11:30, and at, we'll say, 2. And they're all 1-hour meetings. The week prior, because those are recurring meetings, I go in and I give myself tasks to do in the times in between. Emails to send, people to communicate with, uh, appointments to schedule out, paperwork to fill out. Part of my job is recruitment. Part of my job is speaking with people to let them know about the program. I approve timesheets. I communicate with my team about potential opportunities to work with partners in the community. I report information to people within my organization that help us with procure funding. So I have a lot of different duties, and I have to really identify when these need done to stay on top of them. I set myself up for success by being organized, by being planful and anticipating. Do things come up that I need to be flexible and change things around? Yes. Sometimes I need to contact 2 or 3 people and say, hey, meeting A was changed. May I change my meeting with you or delay it? Or I had planned on approving timesheets that day at 11 o'clock. I now need to do that earlier in the day. Maybe start my day at 7:30 and get those approved rather than 8. You know, maybe work a little later to get that report in. And so it really helps me stay focused and organized to use a calendar, because I guess I'm a visual learner, you know, where I can see something and understand it more. I'm also pretty pragmatic, or what I say is reasonable, when it comes to identifying how long something will take me.
Yeah.
I travel as well. And if I go to an 8 o'clock meeting in Tacoma, Google might tell me that that is about 30 miles. I'm on the road at 6:30 because there could be an accident.
Mm-hmm.
There could be rain. People are surprised it rains in the Northwest and they decide to go much slower. But it's being anticipating that there might be issues and preparing for them, because it's okay if I'm 40 minutes early to a meeting. I can still use my smartphone to accomplish lots of things.
Yeah.
It's not okay if I'm 2 minutes late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. I liked your kind of planful, anticipate, and then you had a third component as well. But bringing kind of those, you're having structure to your
Mm-hmm.
getting organized, and I think that's one thing that we always try and tie in, is incorporating structure into your life, right? I liked too that your half-hour increments in your calendar, even narrowing it down even further, right? So
Yes.
awesome. Thank you for that. So the last thing I have here is we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different quotes. I'm going to read them out loud just so we have context for everything. And then I asked you to pick one and discuss what it means to you. So the
Okay.
first one is, out of clutter, find simplicity. That one was by Albert Einstein. Simplicity is making the journey of this life with just enough baggage. Nobody knows who said that one. It's unknown.
Mm-hmm.
For every minute spent organizing, an hour is earned. Apparently, Benjamin Franklin said that one. With organization comes empowerment. Linda Peterson. So if you wouldn't mind, I can read them back to you if you want, but pick one of those and tell me what you think.
Linda Peterson's. Can you read it back to me?
Yeah, with organization comes empowerment.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. I thought about that one. And you'll have to forgive me. I'm going to look down and reference a note that I wrote myself.
You're fine.
I think when you're organized, you generate psychological empowerment for yourself. You establish yourself, establish a path for yourself to be successful, and to you've empowered yourself to be successful, but also handle things mentally and emotionally. You're removing stress from yourself, because things are going to pop up and interfere with your plans. But you've already set the stage by being organized to know what your plans are. And things don't pop up every day. So if you are organized, follow structure, you're able to function more fluidly and to have more peaceful days, feel better about accomplishing things. And I believe that empowers you to contribute more, to accomplish more.
Awesome. I totally agree. I loved that you took it to psychological empowerment too,
Mhm.
that the empowerment comes from within when I'm being organized. I like that perspective a lot. Thank you for that.
Oh, great, great.
Yeah, no, that was actually my favorite one too. I was hoping you would pick it. So good.
Mhm.
um, all right. Well, I think that just about wraps up everything we have for today. Again, John, I thank you so much for being a part of this interview with me, talking about your program, Manufacturing Academy, with AJAC. And like I said, I'll put the link to your website and your contact information in the post for the video as well.
Wonderful.
And hope to see more of you again soon.
Thank you
And
so much.
thanks so much for being a part of this. Okay.
Have a great one, Mitchell.
All right. Will
Have a
do.
great class, everyone.
Yeah.